down in the den. So go tell a friend. The best podcast on earth's about to begin. We got jokes and news and movie reviews. After Dark NC-17 with the crew. Interviews with the best artists around. So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Welcome, Den mates, friends of the Den. We are here. We are back. It's Down in the Den, season 4. It's going on. We're doing it real big, and we are here with a returning guest, a talented artist. He's doing his thing. He's not only a musician, he's not only an activist, educator. He's doing everything. He's doing it real big. So welcome back. I want you guys to give a big Down in the Den mate round of applause in return to my guy Reggie do that. Reggie, how you doing today, brother?
Oh man, I'm feeling blessed. How you feeling?
Man, I am feeling amazing. It's been about a year since the last time we chat. So man, I'm glad to have you back on season 4. For those who aren't familiar or did not see our original episode, please give them a little taste, give them a little bit of information about where you're from, what you do, and we know you do that. Tell them a little bit about how you do it. What's your beginnings for those who have just put their eyes on you for the first time?
I've been rapping all my life. I've been doing what I do best. I've been, leading the pack. I've been leading a lot of people out straight, leading a lot of people towards the light, leading a lot of people in a lot of different directions. As a youth, just growing up, trying to find myself. But I've always been a leader. I've always been somebody who pressed the envelope and talk about things that people don't really want to talk about, but needed to be discussed. So, I've always been that type of person to do things that people don't really like too much. But people who really stayed at my first festival last summer to combat the gun violence in the city of Philadelphia, because as y'all keep your heads to stay positive and just to stay confident and busy. So, I really just been staying busy and staying working. Got a lot of stuff in the works. Got a lot of shows coming up, a lot of collaborations. Just staying busy. I'm doing that the way Reggie do that. Y'all try to keep up.
I love it, man. And you, as you mentioned, doing it real big in the city of Philly, one of my favorite cities in the world, not just America, but one of my favorite cities in the world. So much character, so much heart. How do you see it? Because Philly, to me, it's so diverse in its sound. A lot of regions have a specific sound that you can nail down and say, okay, this is the Bay Area sound, or this is the Brooklyn sound, or this is the Atlanta sound. But Philly is super diverse, not only just in hip hop, but soul music, black music, jazz, everything. How is the music scene right now in Philly, and what do you feel it's lacking, and what do you feel it's just doing exceedingly well?
The scene right now with Philly, I think the youth right now is taking it to a whole nother level with this with the dances and the up tempo music. But as far as the origins and where Philly started, I think it mostly started, like you said, in soul music and real hardcore street hip hop. Um, just like real lyrics, real content. And I feel like that's what the game missing right now, especially Philadelphia, especially the entire industry, the world. And I feel like that's what I'm bringing to the table. That heavy stuff. The stuff you got to put your hood on to, stuff you got to take a walk around the block after you listen to it, just to reflect.
It's definitely time for that to come back. I mean, I think there's enough room for everyone, and I love, as you mentioned, the dancing and the youngsters doing their thing. But there's always a place that hardcore, authentic hip hop that's the core. So you got something big coming up very, very shortly in approximately 4 or 5 days. Some legends. I know you got some shows coming up, but some legends that I grew up is probably inspired the Baldy that you, when I was a little boy, taking the Baldy when I had no reason to do so. You're opening up for the legendary Onyx August 13th, man. Tell me how that came about, how they can find you and see you at this show, and what can they expect from authentic Reggie Do That performance?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say shout out to Onyx. You know, they've been doing their thing. They're on their 30th anniversary tour. So they've been doing music for as long as I've been alive. And I just remember my dad in the crib yelling Onyx. So it's like this is full circle moment for me. It really came to be me just being in the right place at the right time, having my energy right, just talking to the right people, and just following through and holding my end of the bargain up and whenever I can. So that's kind of how things really worked out and fell into place. Um, this really was last minute unexpected, but when when you manifesting greatness, you gotta meet them halfway. So I've been putting the actions in, and then things just fell right into my lap.
Absolutely, you put in the
And
work.
yeah, you got to put in the work. 10,000 hours times 10,000 hours.
Facts.
Keep thinking it's sweet till you on that treadmill. You going
Absolutely.
nowhere fast, to confusing it with progress. So I'm just doing it. I'm just happy to be a part of this situation. It's going to be in Reading, Pennsylvania, Sunday, August 13th. That's this Sunday. Doors open at 4 p.m. You can get the tickets on Eventbrite. You can search Onyx. You can search Reverb. You can search Reading, Pennsylvania, Onyx 30th anniversary tour. And you're going to catch me there doing what I do best on that microphone, burning
Perfect.
that
Perfect.
motherfucker down.
Fire. And what we're going to do, guys, I want you to leave comment. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 30 since it's the 30th anniversary of Onyx. And if you get that number, the first person that get a number, I'm going to go ahead and get you guys 2 tickets to see my man Reggie do his thing. And just put your comment information in the comments. First person to get that number right, you get in 2 pairs because that's how we do. We support each other, and I want you guys to rock out. I'm not going to be able to be there, so I want you guys to be there and rep it for the Dimmates this Sunday, man. So last time we talked, we were just really getting over the pandemic, and I've seen you. You've been grinding. You've been doing your uh, performance after performance, sharpening your craft. So this season we have a particular theme here in Planet Mars Studio. I'm sure you know you're a hip hop artist.
Uh-huh.
AI. All we're hearing is AI. AI this, AI that. I've seen Tupac come back from the dead. I've seen Biggie doing 50 verses. I've seen Michael Jackson singing King Koopa songs. And some of it is hot trash, but some of it is very, very hard to distinct from the real thing. There's whole fake Drake albums out there. As an actual authentic artist, what do you feel this cat of AI coming out the bag? Is it something that can be used properly? Is it something that is going to be the end of hip hop or music in general or creativity? Or is it something like with everything that you just cannot replace the human soul no matter how much you try? I'm trying to ask every artist this season, what do they feel about that? So what are your views?
You asked a few questions. Do I think AI is do I think it's going to replace music? That's impossible. Um, Artificial intelligence is exactly that. Artificial. So it's not really authentic. It's not original. It's more of like a carbon copy of something, or whatever type of technological copy, or whatever is going on, replica or something. So I don't think it's ever going to replace real soul music. Um, it will replace music that has no soul, where that comes from nothing, that has no substance or content, for sure. That music's already out of here anyway. It's here today and gone tomorrow. But
Exactly.
uh, do I don't I haven't I had no I don't think I have a use for it. I haven't Honestly, I have never heard any AI music. I'm not tuned in like that.
I'm
I'm
gonna
in my
send
own
you
bubble, in
some
my own
links.
world, just creating some things.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna
I've heard
send you
about
some
it, but I
links.
haven't
Yeah,
tuned in.
it's really scary, but it's also unique. I think of another Philadelphia MC, Beanie, who unfortunately, due to health issues, his voice isn't the same. Obviously, the mind and the pen are sharp as ever, but the voice isn't the same. And he said that he's gonna do a whole AI album because they're able to get you 1998 Beanie voice with him rapping, and then the computer will adjust it.
I
Other
saw
artists like
him
yeah, other
saying
artists
that.
like DOC. I'm old school, so
I kind of like it. I kind of like that new. I kind of like that new Beanie Siegel
yeah,
sound though. I like what he did on Pusha T stuff. You know what I mean? I like that new Beanie Siegel sound. It's
I
more distinctive. It
yeah,
actually has more character than the. Especially if you was a fan
right.
from the beginning. So it's like where he is now. The stuff the fact that he's still putting it together like that is like this is what I want to hear now. If I
I agree with you. I
want the
feel
old stuff,
there's
I'll buy the old albums.
there you go. Classic J line. You want my old stuff? Buy my old album. So I agree with you. I feel like seeing the growth, maturity of your voice, it adds character that once again you can't get with a computer between zero and ones and binary codes. And then I think of other artists like DOC, who we lost in his
Mm-hmm.
prime, due to having voice issues. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn. So I'm definitely going to send you some links. Of course, I love the soul and I love
Mm-hmm.
authentic, real music, and you can never replace the real. But selfishly, hearing some of my icons that have passed on, it gives you a little something. So I don't know. I'm torn. It's hard to put that genie out of the bottle once it's out, but we'll see. But you're never getting rid of the real. Now, a question that I asked, and it's so
That's it.
perfect that
That
you
postpartum release or whatever the post
yeah,
music of people who've already departed and transitioned. It's kind
postmortem,
of
yeah,
hard for me to listen to it because I already know. Like I don't know. I know my music and the way I create. The last minute I might say, hold on, let me do this. So you never know if the last minute they
right,
wanted to change something before it was released. So it's kind of hard for me to really get into something like that because I just really, especially as a creative, more than a fan, I guess.
yeah. It's an interesting debate because I always said some of these artists, like a Prince, like a Michael Jackson, who were perfectionists, if they thought it was worthy of putting it out, it would have been out. So it was in a vault for a reason. Either they weren't uncomfortable or if it wasn't unfinished. So I'm with you. There's definitely a moral question about these postmortem and release. But of course, with music, it's a music industry, it's a music business. So whenever they have an opportunity to make a few bucks, they're gonna try that. Now, one thing that we touched on earlier when you're talking about this 30th anniversary, and you also touched on where you're talking about this music that seems to be made specifically for TikTok or specifically for a stream or a like, it doesn't last. And we're starting to see this and be reflected in artists having to cancel shows because they can't sell out, not getting enough buys, but they're streaming on TikTok, but nobody really wants to go out and spend their hard-earned dollar and leave the house to see them. Versus artists like Onyx, who were around, as you mentioned, when your father was listening to them, and when I was a little boy listening to them, and they're still can sell out a concert and still have fans. So I think that's something that you touched on that I would like your views when you're talking about making this real timeless music that now you can go out and support yourself 30 years later without not necessarily having a new release. What is your view about these older artists from the 80s, from the 90s getting together? I know LL just put the Rock the Bells tour on and he's making it bigger and better. What is your view about that, and does it make you feel good? Seeing some of these legendary artists get their flowers right now.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. It's a great time in hip hop. Um, these new kids they really don't, but I know what time it is. So, but I know these kids don't understand the type of money they making compared to the legends wasn't making none. They wasn't making this type of money hand over fist and da da da. You know what I mean? So it's just levels to it. So now that the legends is back in the light, but the funny thing is the legends haven't stopped touring no this whole time. They broadcast it, but the legends haven't stopped touring. Like you said, Onyx has been it's their 30th anniversary. This is Legends Rock the Bells tour. It's like not Nas is still releasing music. It's like still want to see KRS-One on stage. I can't wait to record something with Rakim. These are the type of things that I'm looking forward to. So I know this hip hop thing is like people say hip hop is dead, but it's like it's still in its infancy.
Right. just
This
celebrated what
50
50
years is
years.
still in its infancy. That's still in its infancy as hip. There's so much more ahead. There's so much more can change. There's so many different subgenres and sections that were born in the last 50 years since the beginning. So I'm just excited with what's happening right now, and the legends getting their flowers and getting their just due. And it just it's like it's just affirming because I already know the type of music that I want to make and the type of music that I'm already creating when I'm supposed to do or what I love.
Now, one question I always like to ask: who, besides yourself, obviously, who are you listening? Give me three artists that you are listening to right now that you would recommend any of the friends of the Den check out if they want that real, authentic hip hop music. Who are three artists that you would listen to right now? They can be older artists, newer artists, but if they don't have them on their iPod, I don't even know if kids have iPods anymore, but wherever they listen to music, they don't have it. Who should they put on?
Okay,
Besides, of
these are
course, Reggie do that.
some things to add to your MP3 player. These are some artists to live by. Um, I don't know, man. I would say just if you want to listen to some new freshness, some real lyrics, I don't know, go listen to like Earth Gang. I would say go listen to some new fresh music. I don't know. I really just listen to a lot of my friends.
Put them on.
Mel Lopez, he's a Philadelphia artist. He's pretty dope. He's one of my favorite artists. Period. Just the stuff he does with his vulnerability. He's from Kensington, like K&A, that area that people like pay to come see where all the zombies are and stuff like that. That's one of my favorite artists. I would listen to an artist from Cleveland, Ohio. His name's Artistry. He's
Okay.
I'm with the University of Toledo with him. He's and probably my favorite. It's a singer. Her name is Kaya Bianchi, I believe. She plays like the ukulele. She does some things. She's like on tour in Africa right now, but she is like really dope. Her voice is amazing, soulful. But
I
all the
love it.
artists I just named, they have like soulful music and make music that's less like pleasing to the ears, but it's really about something. So that's really like I just like to listen to stuff that moves me.
I love it. I love it. So please, guys, check those artists out, and of course, Reggie, make sure you check out him. It's fire. He really does give lyricism, soul, passion, creativity, hip hop. The sound selection is meticulous. So he's an artist, and that's what I love. That's what we support in the game. So, but we know we got the show coming up on the 13th. What else should they be looking out for? We know we got the back catalog out there. You can find that everywhere music is streaming. But what can we look for coming to for the remainder of 2023, first quarter of 2024? Do we have some new music dropping that we should keep our eye out on or ear out on?
Look, we got new music coming. We got new life coming. My girlfriend pregnant. With my about to have my son any day now.
Congratulations, King.
So
Congratulations to the
that's
young
why I said,
sire on
you
the
know, I'm
way.
doing. Thank you. So I'm blessed. I'm
Yes,
counting all my blessings. Really matters to me more than taking care of my family.
that's real man stuff. That's real man
So
stuff.
just look forward to a lot of that, a lot of stuff like that. A lot of men stepping up, a lot of men doing what they're supposed to be doing for their families. A lot of men seeing things happening in the streets that shouldn't be happening and stepping in and interfering, and bringing some positive reinforcements to the world. So we're gonna look forward to a lot of that. Doing what we do best: new music, new material, new content, fresh fabrics, everything.
Absolutely.
I'm right now. You can't really tell. I'm wearing one of my best friend's clothing line. It's It's all called Three Eyed Company. You know, I got on one of his pieces. It's just a line about consciousness. That's why it's the Three Eyed Company, just being fully aware, and
I
that's really what
love
we
it.
on
I
now.
love it.
And
Do
so
you
for
have
now,
his social media where they can find that
oh yeah,
if they
you can
wanted to
go on
support?
Instagram to support that. You can go on Instagram. I know the link is in his bio. I'm not sure what his website is, but on Instagram it's the number 3, the word IEYE company, COMPANY. So Three Eyed Company by the Three Eyed Boss.
Perfect. Well, support. That is a
Take your
fly.
3 eyes off and go.
That's a pretty fly sweatshirt. So I might have to cop one myself. Hopefully they got it in Husky Boy size. I'm working on it. But I'm gonna need that double X right now because I'm still getting
Oh,
that
you look good,
pantry.
man. I can tell you've been on your stuff since the last time we talked. You
Thank
know, taking care of yourself.
Hey man, we're an endangered species, so it's no way I can continue to help them. I got to do what I do to make sure I'm here for the next generation. They need Mars. They need Mars, so I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Now,
Mm-hmm.
one thing, and it's
Exactly.
completely unmusic related. This is not related to music. It's not related to art, but it's the hottest story going on right now. What are your opinions on? They're calling the Sweet Tea Party. They're calling it the brawl for it all, the Riverboat Rampage. Man, what are your views on what we're seeing it everywhere on social media? The fight, the man threw the hat. He called the bat sitting on the Avengers came in. I've never seen so much black unity in my life. Uh, what are your views on that? I know you've seen the footage. What are your views on the Riverboat Rampage? I felt like we needed Jim Ross and Stone Cold music, but what are your views on that?
I seen it. I seen a few different clips. I seen a few parodies, stuff like that. I got mixed feelings. We all want to see black unity. We all want to see black people coming to the aid of other black people. That's I feel like that was gave us all a little fire, fuel to the fire for us. But this, what type of time we on. If the wrong person see that video, oh, I can't believe this. Oh my goodness, go get me my rifle. And the first
Yeah,
person they see getting shot. So you just got to remember
especially
what
in
we up
Alabama.
against. So we just got to know what we up against. So you could bring a hand, you could bring some hands and a chair to a gunfight, but they said, "No, I'm just trying to stay aware." It was is I don't know if it's Stevie Wonder said now is not the time for celebration because we've only just begun.
Mm, man, wise words being quoted. I love that, and that was the answer I wanted so much because I love Black Twitter. I get my chuckles just like anybody else. I look at the footage, but my thought was exactly the same. I'm like, we're cheering like we actually did something, like we fought back one time and we got it on camera one time. But we know, in Alabama, we don't control the laws, we don't control the government, we don't control anything that's going on there. So we better be careful and extra diligent if you got melanin in your skin, because by all means, this is just the beginning, and we got a long way to go. So I'm glad that you had the same views. So, brother, it's been
No,
a
oh Karen, get me my rifle, Karen.
exactly.
What's that?
He's
And
got
it
a
ain't
chair. You know they thought
That's not a
phones
game. And
for
The
weapons.
Karen name and calling women Karen is not a joke.
No,
Because when the
no,
cops come
you'll get
shooting people and killing people, then all the Karen jokes is out the window.
right now. Now we're marching and crying and putting people on the face of T-shirts. So, man, I couldn't see it. I couldn't say it any better, man. That's why we love having you on the show, and you're always welcome here in the den. It's your second home, so anytime you
Definitely
want
black power and black unity. Unity and love. We gotta make sure we
to, yeah,
putting the best foot forward because love gonna conquer all.
absolutely. Only love kills hate. I love it. I love it. So, brother, please, before we go, Please let the people know where they can find you on social media, and most importantly, how they can support the mission. We want to make sure that all missions are a go and all missions are accomplished. Please let the people know where they can find you and what they can do to make sure they're supporting that mission.
Now, before I do that, I just wanted to give a shout out to Mars, for keeping the things going, you know what I mean, around the world, 80 days, the orbit, you know what I'm saying, the sun, the moon. Shout out to Mars, you know what I'm saying. I just want to say, stars meant to align and never collide. Rival gangs on the front, lips in red uniform, crip walking on the front lawn, on the unison, dancing right, strike while the iron is hot, evicted out of the hood to come back and buy up the block. Riots in your backyard if you like it or not. Rebel with too many cars, they calling it SWAT. It's a bomb threat. Get a bomb squad. That's an ambush. The plan backfiring. It's a man down. That's a man down. It's a man down. That's a man down. See, I make it a man's. I'm a man now. Nah, you can shake my hand. You a fan now. Knowing damn well you're not allowed on my side of town. Can't nobody hold me down, hold me out of bounds. Just like, because I got back on Philly in the Black Streets. I'm still in Philly right now.
More fire, more fire, more fire. But, oh,
man. And then change.
Every time he comes by, he blesses with something. I want
Reggie do that on everything, all platforms.
All platforms. So please support Reggie. Do that on your Spotify's, on your titles, on your Amazon Music, on your Apple Music. I'm sure there's some other places where people stream music. I don't know them, but if you do know them, please check it out. He's an amazing, amazing, talented artist. More importantly, he's that word, an artist. He's not just a rapper. He's not just a hip hop. He's an artist. He's making art that makes you feel something, makes you hear something, makes you change something inside. And we don't have a lot of artists anymore. So, brother, we support the mission. Major salute. Please check it out. We're going to get you those tickets. Remember, I'm picking a number 1 through 30. 2 tickets. The first person that gets that number 1 through 30, give me your information. You got 24 hours, and I'm going to get those tickets to you on Eventbrite. You're going to see Reggie. You're going to see the legend Onyx. You're going to see a hell of a show. So if you're in that area, please, I want your comment. I want to get you some tickets so you can go out there and support. Spread love. That's what we do. We end every episode the same way. A big thanks to my brother Reggie. Do that anytime, brother. You're more than welcome to come on and chill with me in Planet Mars Studio. I will be back in Philly very, very soon before it gets warm. So I love to link with you and maybe do something up there. And of course, how we do down in the den. We end every episode the same way. It's all about peace, love, unity, and respect. Deuces.
Peace. It's about peace, love, unity, and respect. It's your boy Reggie. Do that down in the den with your man Mars. Signing out.
Let's get it. Peace, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Put your notifications on. Make sure you don't miss any great contents. And follow my man. He's got fire music. You saw that freestyle. You heard it. Fire. We love you. Deuces.
So like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now. Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe. The show's starting right now.